Cyprus is a small island, so the majority of people know each other, especially locals. And it's a very popular question from our clients on why do connections help so much in Cyprus? I mean, not just in Cyprus and even in other countries where, communities are smaller and people know each other. Knowing the person helps you solve more things than just coming from outside and trying to do it yourself. Because working in Cyprus for so many years, we established so many connections with bankers, with local officers who we know, who we deal with on a daily basis, who know that we know our work, we know which documents to bring and make it simple for them. So obviously in those cases you will save a lot more time and stress on just doing it yourself. It doesn't mean that you cannot do it yourself, you can, but trusting a professional who has already been working with this community for so many years makes it so much easier. It doesn't mean you have to, it's just more beneficial. And trust me, what I mean is that our relations with local authorities and bankers has been established through time of working with them and knowing the people who are there. But saying that, it doesn't mean that connections can solve everything. No, you still have the legal basis. You need to prepare the correct sets of documents, have your application correctly drafted, and then knowing someone who is in there, it just means that you can faster proceed with the application, let's say, or sometimes when, let's say, if you forgot something on the spot, they can wait for you until you're going to bring it and help you with the submission, etc. So in Cyprus, it can help on small factors like that. But obviously you need to go by the law and apply correctly and provide the correct documentation. Connections will not help you if you don't have everything that is needed for your case. In Cyprus, not everything operates as smoothly and directly as per the manual. Lots of things involve physical factors like people working there, so someone's going to get sick, someone's going to get replaced, someone's going to be on maternity, and you always need to know whom to call in that case, who can take the case over. For example, in the case of banks, if your banker is absent but you need to, for example, to make a transaction, always a banker is going to have someone else in his team who can take place and help you with your transaction. But again, knowing the kitchen from the inside helps you cook easier. Examples on how connections and knowing people may help you. For example, there are developers in Cyprus who we have been working with for many, many years. We know their lawyers, we know their engineers, architects, mechanical specialists, etc. So if we have a new case where our client is buying property from them, it's easier for us just to reach them on their personal mobile number, to discuss a question and to move quickly. Also, because we've been working with them for so many years, they know what we want to be included in the reservation agreement, contract of sale, etc. So they know our wants and they provide according to them to ensure that we get a successful transaction. Also, banking. We have bankers who we've been working with for years. They know how our clients operate, but they know us. So in case if we need to help you with something, we can reach them directly or visit them in the bank and help you sort out your question. Obviously, if you are in a different branch, we will speak the same with your banker in there, but it doesn't mean that we can just, for example, pop up if it's something urgent. We'll need to schedule an appointment in advance, get the confirmation, and then go to the bank. But sometimes even saving a few days is really important and critical for the transaction. Immigration procedures. Also, our office cooperates both with Paphos, Limassol and Nicosia departments, so we know, depending on the area you're in or your application, type of your application, where to apply and get your status sorted. Trust me, it helps a lot because sometimes it can save you from sitting just in the queue for a very long time, because we're going to book an appointment in advance, have your documents sorted, and the only thing needed from you will be to visit the immigration office with us, give your biometrics and go home at the correct time without wasting hours of waiting in the queue. Also, because we know what the officers or particular applications want and need, it can save you long times of sorting the incorrect document, etc. For example, in case of applying for tax residency status and non-domicile status, it's really critical to provide all the necessary documentation, otherwise they will still take your application, But when it gets examined within like 4 or 6 months, they will ask for additional documentation, which means you're gonna go beyond that just to get your status sorted. But if you have someone who knows what needs to be provided, you will save all of that extra time. So that's a simple example of how you can avoid that. Well, we're with you from the beginning until the end of your case. Actually, every case we take from the end back. So, for example, what do I mean by that? If you want to get as a result, let's say, your immigration status sorted, we get from that and tell you directly what needs to be done, what documents need to prepare, where we need to pay more attention to sort everything correctly. We do operate in 3 main aspects, as I always say. We do work with immigration, commercial and property law aspects. But in case if you need other assistance, something else, we will be more than happy to refer you to other practitioners such as court lawyers who deal with litigation, let's say, or like auditors, financial advisors who you need to use for your particular case or scenario. Why advice from social media or Facebook groups often fails? I wouldn't say fails as such, but let's discuss. Lots of people speak from their personal experience, from the different lawyers they've been working with. Someone has often done something without a lawyer and had a successful result, while someone else tried it without a lawyer and had a different result. And people will usually speak from their own experience, and every one of us has a different experience. So it's going to be chaotic for you. So because I do follow the groups and we try sometimes to help people as well from our side, just to comment on something, provide some consultation. But I can see that the general opinion is you can do that yourself. I've done it myself 5 years ago and it worked. Yeah, it may have worked 5 years ago. Not guaranteed it's going to work now. Obviously, it's your choice. No one is pushing you on using a lawyer. Same thing with the property purchase transactions. In majority of cases, people say, I don't even need a lawyer. I can do it myself. Within the AI and internet, you can. But what can a lawyer help you with here? As I said, connections, experience, knowing whom to talk with to solve a particular question will help you to get better results. Things are dealt with by people, not by automations. We're not talking with AI here. Every deal involves a person from the other side. And if you know how to properly negotiate and get the beneficial points, you will get a better result. AI is going to give you the script, is going to tell you what it needs to change, but how to change it and how to properly negotiate it with the other side, it's not going to tell you to do that. The most expensive mistakes that foreigners can make in Cyprus is trying to handle everything themselves. I'm not saying you cannot do, I'm saying in some cases it will cause you more time. Time is a lot more precious than money, in my opinion, and issues sometimes. Again, not knowing the right documents, procedures. Lots of things in Cyprus are in Greek on the governmental websites. Sometimes forms are in Greek, sometimes you need to go to court to sign a particular document, and all of that aspects. It's a horrible headache, honestly. Even I myself, who goes through this on a daily basis, we complain sometimes why the procedure is not as straightforward as it should be. They are working on it, but at this stage, not everything is electronically done with. So lots of documents are printed out, it's in a paper form, you need to get it to the correct person, stamp it at the correct time, and sort out your application. So saving time and money is really important, not just for you, but I guess for us, for every person here. So we're trying to help you do that, exactly. In simple, do connections solve everything? No, they don't. Do they help? Yes, they do. Experience, knowing the people, sorting everything out on a daily basis helps you sort out your questions faster, simpler. Again, it's your choice, but we highly recommend if you have any questions or particular, just sign up for a consultation, either a free consultation, short one, or you can get a detailed consultation concerning your case, just to understand which steps you should take forward, and we'll be happy to help you with that. It doesn't mean that you have to stay with us, at least we'll be able to guide you through in the correct direction to avoid at least the expensive mistakes. From there on, it's your life, it's your choice, obviously, but having a lawyer is highly recommended. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us in the comments below, send us a message, an email. We'll be happy to reach out and help you.